Oh, hi. You know there's a really bad storm going on out there? There's hundreds and thousands of boxes just dropping down from the sky. And it's just taken over our entire lives. All of existence and all of creation is supposed to fit in a box. We are supposed to fit in a box. And that box, if we don't fit in a box, we don't belong. And if we do fit in a box, people think that that box is who we are. Good evening, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. You know, I have to admit, when I came inside from that big bad box storm out there, I thought maybe this might be a safe refuge for me, but I'm actually doubting and skeptical because you've asked me to do an icebreaker. And let's be honest, an icebreaker is basically where a person takes the vast grandeur of the being that they are and fits that into a 4 to 6 minute box. Basically, you're asking me to present myself in a series of bullet points, aren't you? Female, 49, vegetarian, and single. Now, what are you going to do with that information? You're going to take the boxes that I fit into and see if I fit into the right boxes, aren't you? See if I'm cool, fashionable, normal. Wow. Let me tell you about boxes and what boxes mean. They are arbitrary. They don't mean anything, and I know this because I grew up in 2 different cultures, and what was considered normal and right in one culture wasn't necessarily normal and right in the other culture. So I grew up in an Indian American subculture and household situated in a mainstream, white, suburban, middle class, Detroit, mainstream culture. So over here in one culture, I was supposed to wear braids. But in this other culture, short feathered hair that I could flip back with the comb. Over here, I'm supposed to have an arranged marriage and not associate with any men that I'm not related with. Over here, I'm supposed to date and have casual sex. Who decides what's normal? And why does what's normal depend on what culture you're in? I mean, is there some man up in the sky behind a curtain that's just dropping and handing down these little chit sheets with big, long box lists with big, huge red X's and green check marks? It's so arbitrary. Yet, we spend our entire lives chasing the boxes with the green check marks and fleeing the ones with the big red X's. Now, even though I get how arbitrary these boxes are, it actually hasn't been that easy for me to steer clear of them. Like when I was trying to decide my major in college. I told my dad, I want to major in psychology. What? What psychology? Who's putting these crazy ideas into your head? You can't make a living doing psychology. Do something like computer science. Box! Engineering. Box! Medicine. Box! And because you're a girl, maybe one of the allied health fields. Double box! What was I gonna do? I mean, I can't just dismiss these boxes blithely because these boxes are actually the reason that my parents immigrated from India. These boxes represented financial freedom and security. To them, these boxes were the American dream. But I wanted the deeper dream, one that was outside the box and inside my heart. So, I told my dad, I don't care if I starve. I would rather do something that matters to me and starve and die my whole entire life that doesn't mean anything to me. Because you know what? That would be like I'm dead anyhow. My soul would be dead. So what would be the point? I'm telling you, that box storm out there, it's really brutal. For example, let's just take our urban lifestyle. All right, that is like a mammoth warehouse stuffed to the brim, just like wall-to-wall boxes. And you know, I actually got this in a more vivid way just a couple years ago when I was out in the wilderness. And there I was just chilling on this big boulder on the creek, warmed up by the sun, and just looking up, gazing at the leaves fluttering in the wind. And there was nothing around that was man-made. Acres and acres and acres of basically a box-free zone. The red card, oh my God, that's worse than boxes. Oh my God. But what I got from that is something. Okay, I got from that it was like the man up in the sky, he disappeared. There are no more chit sheets with red X's and green check marks. They dissolved for me. I was home. And I got from that point on that even though I'm riding within these boxes through my life, that those boxes are not who I am or what I am. And how about you? Are you in a box? Is it a box that honors who you really are? Or is it a box that you want to be outside of? Come on, let's get outside of this box room together.